by Riverside.
All right, guys, welcome in. We've got a fun one today. I'm going to show you a complete set of UFC cards from 2009, a 15-card set where every card is serial numbered to 8. So that should be pretty cool, right? We'll show those here in a second. First, let's get a word from a new sponsor. It's actually a YouTube channel called 8 Collectors because 4 Collectors wasn't enough chaos. 8 Collectors is the YouTube sports card channel that proudly declares we're twice as good as 4 Collectors because of math. So shots fired there. Welcome to 8 Collectors, the only sports card channel with 8 full-grown hobby enthusiasts crammed into one frame like a cardboard-obsessed boy band. Why 8? Because 8 is twice as 4, and that's twice the value, twice the chaos, and twice the viewing pleasure. That's just math, baby. Why watch 8 Collectors? Twice the opinions, 8 people arguing about comps at the same time. Twice the volume. Every sentence is a competition. Every reveal is a battle cry. Twice the screen clutter. It's like watching a baseball team try to live stream from a broom closet. Twice the card flashing. Cards flying everywhere. Nobody knows whose is whose. It's beautiful chaos. Sure, it's hard to get them all on screen at the same time. Sure, half of them are talking over the other half. Sure, sometimes you can only see a forehead, an elbow, or a stray PSA slab floating by. But that's what happens when you have almost an entire baseball team on screen at once. 8 Collectors, 8 voices, 8 different opinions on whether a card should be graded, 8 people yelling, "Let's go," simultaneously. You want value? You want entertainment? You want the chaotic energy of 8 hobby dudes trying to run a show together? Then 8 Collectors is your channel. It's twice the fun, twice the noise, twice the confusion, and twice the number of people who will interrupt each other mid-sentence. So subscribe to 8 Collectors, the only sports card channel that proves if 4 collectors are good, 8 collectors are mathematically superior. Now let's get into the show. All right, guys, I kind of teased it in the intro, holding up the stack of slabs here. So let's get into these beauties. Now, what we're going to be looking at today, it's a 15-card set, and these were included in 2009 Topps UFC Round 2. This is the Greats of the Game set, and these are the Ruby parallels with each card numbered to 8. So let's take a look at card number 1, which is Mr. Chuck Liddell. Very cool. The Iceman. So Chuck Liddell, card number 1. Then we've got Mr. Vanderlei Silva, card number 2. These have a decent amount of little shine with the hollow foil. Now, these were obviously pretty tough to pull back then. I never actually opened any of these boxes before. My brother opened one at a Dallas card show once. Obviously, he didn't pull any of these, but we were able to acquire this actually as a complete set, probably, 5-6 years ago. Mr. GSP, George St. Pierre. Most people have him as top 5 all time for sure. There's the back of the GSP. This is the only one that is in a BGS slab. These were all ungraded when we got them, except for the GSP. Next up, Lyoto Machida. So yeah, this set really has, a lot of the classic fighters back in what many would call the glory days of the UFC, the early days. Next up, Kenny Florian. Cool card. And this card, like this set, these were actually based, as you can tell by the front, these were based on a video game. So on the back, it has like all of their skills and attributes ranked. So pretty cool stuff. Rampage, Quentin Jackson. He was fun to watch. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you guys watched UFC back during this time period, and if you did, like who were your favorite fighters back then? Frank Mir. A lot of these guys are um, pretty popular. Like UFC collectors, they're pretty passionate about their fighters, and I know a lot of these guys are even some of the guys that maybe you don't remember are pretty highly collected. Matt Hughes, he was kind of a fan favorite back in the day. Sorry, I'm trying to get these where the camera will focus. I can't tell if it's focusing, guys. So my apologies if it's not. Mr. BJ Penn. I never actually played this video game back in the day. I did play some of the later UFC video games. They're actually pretty fun. Forrest Griffin. I bet he had some good ratings as far as toughness goes. He was kind of a madman. Michael Bisping. Then we've got Dan Henderson. Hendo. Dan Henderson, great wrestler, if I remember right. I remember like the first UFC fight that I can actually remember watching was I don't remember the year, but it was back when Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz were kind of battling it out. Oh, here's a guy this guy, he played football, he wrestled, and he fought UFC, Mr. Brock Lesnar. I believe, was he drafted by the Vikings back in the day, maybe? I think that's right. Not totally sure. Mr. Rashad Evans. And then the last guy, and one of my personal favorites, I always loved watching this guy fight. Anderson the Spider Silva. I mean, when he was in his prime, like, I'm no expert on UFC. I really love watching it. But when he was in his prime, man, he was, to me, about as good as it gets. This guy could dominate. So, yeah, that is the 15 card set from '09, Greats of the Game, the Ruby set from round 2. So fun set. Glad to have that. Let's finish off with a couple of ad reads, guys. Let's hear from the sports card babysitters, because your cards deserve a sitter with a PhD in cardboard. Are you tired of living in constant fear that your prized rookie card will wander off, get scuffed, or even be kidnapped by your cousin who just wants to see it real quick? Introducing Sports Card Babysitters, the only company brave enough to say, yes, we will watch your cardboard children. At Sports Card Babysitters, our staff is trained in the ancient art of card protection, including round the clock surveillance. We stare at your cards so intensely they develop a strong work ethic. Gentle handling. Every card is lifted like a newborn royal heir. Pinkies out. Emotional support. If your PSA 9 is insecure about not being a 10, we talk it through the trauma. Nap supervision. We tuck your cards into soft sleeves and whisper, you're safe now. And for our premium members, we offer emergency card counseling, where we sit your cards down and help them process the trauma of being stored in a shoebox for 3 years. So go ahead, run errands, hit the gym, reorganize your garage for the 14th time. We'll keep your cards safe, secure, far away from anyone who says, bro, I can hold it. Sports Card Babysitters, because your cardboard deserves better than your current lifestyle. Wow, that's so we had a couple of interesting ads today. I thought we had another sponsor, but it looks like they might have backed out after hearing some of our previous content, so that's not good. We'll have to reach out to them and see if they're interested on maybe getting back in the mix after hearing this gem of a show. That's all we've got today, guys. I do want to say I hope that all of my friends at the National Sports Collectors Convention this week are having a good time. I have been keeping up with some of the content, and it looks super crowded, and it looks like you guys are having a lot of fun hanging out, though. So, yeah, hopefully everybody finds the cards that they want to find, and everybody has a great time just, being together, hanging out, sharing collecting stories. And, this is only once a year thing. And I do hope to go next year. And, but you guys, I appreciate you guys keeping me informed with the videos and everything. And I'm kind of living vicariously through you this week. But that'll wrap up the show today, guys. I do appreciate all of the support. We've picked up some new subscribers over the last week. So that's always fun. And I always appreciate any comments, kind words, criticisms, whatever. I like to hear the feedback from everybody, and just, kind of lets me know how this stuff is, how people are taking it, liking it, hating it, whatever. But anyways, I will catch you guys on the next one. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.